Hi, I'm Rick Hess, and I am a friend of Rebecca's. That's my title, friend of Rebecca. And I work at Creative Artists Agency and in our investment bank.
Rick, thank you. I want to hear how you got involved with the organization.
I've known Brett Ratner for many years, and also many years ago, he had called me and wanted me to meet his girlfriend at the time, named Rebecca Gayhart, to put in a movie. So I met her, in the process cast her in that movie, and we all became very good friends. And about 10 years ago, I think this is the ninth? This
yes,
is ninth.
Ninth annual.
So about 9.5 years ago, we all met in Rebecca's living room, and that was the launch of the very first Butterfly Ball.
I think one of the things that's so amazing about Butterfly Ball is it's supporting the incredible work that Chrysalis does. Services, there's so many great charities that really are, that are out there for soup kitchens and shelters and like. Chrysalis does a little something different. Well, tell us a little bit about what that is.
What Chrysalis does is very different because it goes back to the saying, you give a man a fish, you feed him for a meal, and you teach him to fish, feed him for a lifetime. And Chrysalis doesn't just help take people off the street, but it actually gives them their life back. And it does that through the most basic things you could think of. It's clean clothes, it's actually attractive clothes, and it gives you confidence, and it gives you a resume, and helps you learn how to have an interview and how to have interaction in a professional surrounding. And once you have that job, it actually counsels you and helps you stay in it. So it's not just a catapult tossing people out into either a shelter or the workplace, but it's an amazing system that supports people through very tough times.
You know, one of the things that's interesting, though, is that often people perhaps are coming out of incarceration. They maybe even have never had a job. It's hard to go in and try and get a job where not only is self-confidence an issue, but you don't have a resume, or you've got a 15-year gap on your resume. Exactly. What is Chrysalis doing to address those things?
They counsel you. They actually, because they can't create that, so what they do is they counsel you to help you articulate and interact, because a lot of that isn't just not having the resume or coming out of prison, but it's how do you re-engage with society. And how the reason why people like to hire employees with long resumes is they say, okay, they'll know what to do in that circumstance. What Chrysalis does is it helps their classrooms. There's actually teachers who teach you, and these basic things that we take for granted, they actually counsel and teach just like a classroom.
We had said that your family's here, your kids are here. We're at a real interesting time. People who didn't necessarily think they were near homelessness or perhaps a paycheck or two away from that now. So what are you telling your kids when we look at the economy and people who perhaps are less fortunate, and how are you reminding them to really be of service and do the kind of things that are important to help others?
For beginners, they come here every year, and they know that it's fun, and they see lots of famous people walking down the red carpet, and it's very exciting, but they know what goes on behind it, and they know everything I just said. They know that this is a unique organization that helps people get their lives back, and we drill that into them, and we actually make them interact. When my daughter had a fundraiser at school, she did it for Chrysalis. When she had a birthday party, the other one had a birthday party, she said, don't bring gifts, bring donations for Chrysalis. So if it's all we can do is walk the talk. And I think they understand that.
Well, Rick, thank you so much for your service, and it's a real pleasure.
Pleasure.